Oh, I'm Ian Murphy, and we did a deep brain stimulator for the platinum iridium alloy and medical grade silicone elastomer. A little bit about a deep brain stimulator is that it functions to deliver specific controlled impulses to specific regions of the brain depending on the different conditions, such as Parkinson's, epilepsy, Tourette's, tremors, or OCD. This is used primarily when symptoms cannot be controlled or medicated with specific pharmaceuticals, so then this is added in. The primary materials that we chose were platinum iridium alloy and medical grade silicone elastomer, with the alloy being used in the electrodes of the deep brain stimulator, and then the silicone elastomer being used in the insulation for leads and sealing of the IPG, which stands for implantable pulse generator.
Starting with our overview on platinum iridium alloys, the first step in the procurement process is that ore is refined at high purity and is cast into ingot stock at a ratio of about 90% platinum to 10% iridium, although it can go up to 20% iridium. The alloy is formed through vacuum induction melting, which is taking the air out of a pressure chamber and using high electric current to melt the metals, since the melting point of these metals is extraordinarily high. The cast stock is then hot worked to take the crystalline structure from the cast stock and recrystallize it into a finer grain structure for the final device. The alloy is then cold worked through a series of dies into smaller and smaller bars until the bar is small enough to be molded into an electrode that can fit inside the brain. The chemical structure of platinum iridium alloys is that both metals are part of the noble metals group with a face-centered cubic crystalline structure and have very low reactivity and strong corrosion resistance because of this. Adding iridium to platinum bolsters the mechanical resistance of the material, and this is really important because the implant can be inside of the brain for a number of years. It also has something called pseudocapacitance, which is the ability of the alloy to charge linearly, which helps protect the brain against surges. For suitability, electrically, it has a high charge injection capacity due to the platinum and a small surface area for the contacts due to its high charge injection capacity. Mechanically, it has higher stiffness than pure platinum, and it's able to resist fatigue for a number of years of head and neck motion. Chemically, as I said before, it has an excellent corrosion resistance over long periods of time, and it shows up very well on X-rays. Some alternatives, like cobalt chromium, have stronger mechanical properties, but are more prone to corrosion. And titanium is very biocompatible, but is a much far worse conductor than platinum. For clinical purposes, platinum iridium alloy is near non-degradable in vivo over the implantation timeframe, and neural tissue surrounding the leads and electrodes generally have a foreign body response. So you see that the general degradation of the effectiveness of the deep brain stimulator over time is not due to the device, but more to a buildup of collagen around the electrodes.
In terms of the medical grade silicone elastomer, it's harvested from refining silicon dioxide, which naturally occurs in the environment. It's then refined using a method found in the 1930s, and it involves four main steps for the polydimethylsiloxane, or PDMS, which is getting the raw silicon, like I mentioned earlier, converting that to a methylchlorosilane, then hydrolyzing it into specific silanols, and then polymerizing all those together to make the PDMS. Chemically, it is a very flexible silicon oxide backbone, which helps to increase the elasticity. The methyl groups help to increase the hydrophobic nature of it, allowing different bodily fluids to not stick to the material. And then crosslinks make the material inert and great at insulating electricity. In terms of the suitability, it is chosen over other polyurethanes due to its compliance and reliability overall. The elasticity creates less chance of injury over time in patients. It's very chemically inert, which reduces irritation. It's very easy to mold, so from a manufacturing standpoint of the deep brain stimulator, it's great for that. In terms of body response, the body uses a fibrous encapsulation method, which is a biologically inactive response. It begins where the body recognizes the foreign material and therefore produces acute inflammation. Once it's deemed a non-threat by the body, since it's biocompatible, this leads to fibrous capsules being formed around it. From there, since PDMS does not dissolve, it remains stable in the body, making it a great choice for the deep brain stimulator. Here are the sources we used, and thank you very much.